Good afternoon to all of you. Today we will be studying about activity number 2.1 of the chapter acid, base and salt. We have already studied about this acid, base, what is acid, what is base, properties of acid, properties of base, all those things, all those theory we have already discussed in our regular classes. But in this class, we have to study about activities. There are so many activities in this chapter. So we will be discussing about all these in this class. Okay. So today we have to start activity number 2.1. In that, we have to study about indicators. Indicators we have already studied. What is indicator? Indicator is a substance which tells you about whether the substance is acidic, basic or neutral by changing their own color or their smell, right? The indicator which change their color to tell you about the acidic, basic and neutral, they are called as natural indicator and artificial indicators. But there are some indicators which change their own smell to tell the information about whether the substance is acidic, basic or neutral. That kind of indicator is called as olfactory indicator, right? We all have studied about all these things. But through this activity, we have to learn few things. We have discussed this already in our regular classes, but through this activity, first of all, we'll read it. What they are telling you, activity number 2.1, what they are telling you, first of all, collect the following solutions from the science laboratory. From science laboratory, you have to collect some of the substances they are telling you. First one, you have hydrochloric acid, right, whose formula is HCl. Second one, nitric acid, formula is HNO3. Acetic acid, CS3COOH. These three are acids, right? We all know that. Next, sodium hydroxide, NaOH, calcium hydroxide, CaOH ka whole 2. Next, potassium hydroxide, KOH, and magnesium hydroxide, MgOH whole 2. So these are the substances you have to first collect from your science lab, they are telling you. After that, what you have to do, put a drop of each of the above solution on a watch glass. Watch glass, what is watch glass? We already have discussed about it. That is a type of beaker which we generally use in chemistry lab. So what they are telling you to do, to take a drop of each of the above solution, right? Which all solution? Like these are the acids: hydrochloric acid, sulfuric acid, acetic acid, sodium hydroxide, magnesium hydroxide. All those solutions, they are telling you to take the one drop of each solution. You have to take one drop and put it in a watch glass, right? Then what you have to do, then you have to one by one and test with a drop of indicators, and you have to test all those substances with the indicators. Okay, indicators shown in table 2.1. 2.1, you have this table. So they are telling you to check all these substances with the help of these indicators, that how they are behaving with these indicators, right? We have already done this, but again with the activity we'll do it again. What change in color did you observe when red litmus, blue litmus, phenolphthalein, methyl orange solution for each of the solutions taken? When we take acid, base from these substances, then they are telling you when we put red litmus into that, what will happen? When we will put blue litmus solution in acid, then what will happen? They are asking you. You have to do it with the activity, but questions will be asked directly in CBSE board from activity, and we had the table in our regular class. We already have discussed about the table in which we have I have told you that what kind of color will change when you will put in acid. From all the indicators, many types of indicators we have already studied: methyl orange, phenolphthalein, red cabbage, vanilla extract, onion. These are olfactory indicators. Litmus paper, right? All those we have studied. What kind of color will change? That table, you remember, we have already discussed. But from that only you have to give the answer, right? So when first of all we will write what all acids are there in this activity, we have to write. Okay. So what we will be writing? First of all, activity 2.1. So in 2.1, what all substances you have to take? First of all, we will see that. First one, what is first one? Hydrochloric acid, right? Hydrochloric acid, and formula is HCl, right? Second, what you are using? What we are using? Sulfuric acid. Sulfuric acid, formula is H2SO4, right? Then what we are using next? Third you have nitric acid, which we all have discussed many times, so I hope you remember. Fourth, we have to use, and these three are acids. Fourth one we have acetic acid, and that is CS3COOH, right? Fifth one you have sodium hydroxide, and that is NaOH, right? Sixth, you have, what is that? Calcium hydroxide, CaOH(O2), right? Further, you have the next one. What is that? After calcium oxide, you have potassium hydroxide. KOH. Next you have, what is that? Magnesium hydroxide and ammonium hydroxide. Magnesium hydroxide, and that is MgOH(O2), and ninth one, ammonium hydroxide, NH4OH, right? So these are the substances they are telling you to use. So first we will write what all substances we are using. From number 1 to number 4, these all are acids, right? These all are acids. From number 5 to number 9, okay? From number 5 to number 9, these all are base. First we have to write this. After that, what they are telling you, first you write all this, then we'll discuss further, okay? Write it down quickly. Next, we have to prepare a table, and in that table we have to write down from the activity that what kind of color change we have observed here. So that table we have to prepare. So make a table. In that table, here we will write total we have 4 indicators, so we should have 5 columns. We have only 4, so we'll make it 5. One more column we can make it here, right? Substance, what we are using, we'll write it here. So we'll write substance used. So we are using 2 types of substance. First one we have acids, right? In acids only, what all acid we are using? HCl, comma, HNO3, comma, H2SO4 also is there. Yes, H2SO4 and CS3COOH. So these are the acids we are using. They all will have similar properties, right? They all will have similar properties. So all of them will behave similar. They all will have same behavior, with these indicators, right? They all will behave similar way with these indicators. So that's why we have to make another column, one for acid and another for bases. So what all bases we are using, that also we will write it down. And that is first one NaOH, KOH we are using, MgOH whole 2 we are using, CaOH whole 2 we are using, and one more is there, NH4OH, ammonium hydroxide. So these are the bases which we are using for experiment, right? All of them will behave in the same way, and all of them will be behaving in the same way. First indicator we are using red litmus solution, they are telling you to use. So we will write red litmus solution in the first column. Second one we have blue litmus solution. Blue litmus solution. Next you have phenolphthalein, right? Next you have methyl orange solution. Methyl orange solution. So these are the indicators and these are the solution of indicators. So we are using indicators in liquid state in these activity, right? So what they are telling you, first you have to put acid in a watch glass, one drop of each acid in separate watch glass. After that they are telling you to put one drop of litmus solution, one drop of the different color red and blue, one drop of phenolphthalein and one drop of methyl orange. After that you have to observe what kind of color change you have observed. So this table already we have discussed. You know that acid turns blue litmus to red, right? So you have red litmus already. Will there be any color change here? No, right? Because if you put acid on red litmus, there will not be any change in color because acid turns blue litmus into red. So that is why there will be no change in color. When you put all acids, if you put HCl also, HNO3 also, H2SO4 also, CH3COOH also, if you put any of these acids in red litmus solution, there won't be any change in color if the indicator is red litmus. Did you understand? Yes or no? Yes. Okay. So here we will write no change in color. No change in color. And when we'll put acid in blue litmus, so you know that blue litmus will turn into red. Acid turns blue litmus to red. That is why the color will change to red. So now blue litmus solution, it will become red. So the change in color will be from blue to red, right? Now next, as you know that phenolphthalein, which is naturally colorless, right? Phenolphthalein is colorless. When you put acid in phenolphthalein or phenolphthalein in acid, then there won't be any change in color. That you have to remember also. So it will still be colorless only. Any of these acids, if you put it here, it will be still colorless only. Okay. Next, methyl orange. Natural color of methyl orange is orange. So when you put acid in methyl orange, the color will change from orange to red, right? So this will become red again. And now base, all the bases will behave similarly, right? NaOH, KOH, all these will behave in the same way with these indicators. So you know that base turns red litmus to blue. So this red litmus solution will become blue. And this blue litmus solution, that will still be blue only. So we will write it as no change in color. No change in color. Next, phenolphthalein, which is colorless. But when you put base in phenolphthalein, then it will become pink. We all of us have already studied all these. Next, methyl orange, which is naturally orange in color, but when you put base, then the color will become yellow. Okay. So that's all we have in this activity. You have to remember this also. NCERT is telling you to do this activity in lab, but after that you have to remember it, because they can ask directly questions from this topic, directly from activity. So this table you have to remember. One more thing, you can write it anywhere if you want. You can write it, what you can write? Phenolphthalein. Phenolphthalein, which is colorless, right? So if you remember, it's good, but if you don't remember, you can write it here. Phenolphthalein is colorless, and methyl orange is orange in color, right? So these are the key points which we have understood through the activity 2.1. This is the summary which we have to collect and we have to remember from the activity 2.1. So all of you make this table, write it down, and phenolphthalein is colorless, methyl orange is orange in color. This also you write it down somewhere in your notebook and you have to remember. Okay, thank you.